The Astros were not able to pull off a sweep of the Braves over the weekend. And as a result, they're completely out of first place for the first time since June 2nd. There have been 2 ties atop the American League West, August 17th, and then this weekend, Friday and Saturday, until the Mariners took things over completely yesterday. Once again, the Mariners are red hot. They just one-upped their 8-game winning streak in early August with a 9-game winning streak. Seattle took down Atlanta twice with a combined 28-4 final score. They swept St. Louis, and they swept the Angels over 4 games for this 9-game win streak. An 8-game win streak and a 9-game win streak over a period of 6 weeks. How impressed are we? I think that's up for debate given who they've gone up against, who they've beaten. But they're taking care of the games against the shit teams they're playing. Meanwhile, the rest of the way, the Mariners have series against the 500 Kansas City Royals, the god-awful 41-109 Rockies, and a series against a first-place Dodgers team that is still fighting for first place in the National League West. They're up on the Padres by 2.5 games in the NL West, but I think at this point in time, with the Brewers and Phillies already clinching, they're probably out of reach for a first-round bye. What do you really have to play for? Do you need the home field advantage that bad in a potential wild card series? I don't know if the Dodgers, who play the Mariners the last series of the season, I don't know that the Dodgers necessarily have all that much to play for if they're not playing for one of those byes in the National League. So, with that in mind, the Mariners are going to continue to win. I'd be hard-pressed to see it all of a sudden hitting a wall. So it's all up to the Astros right now. You cannot fuck up this 6-game series. A homestand against the Rangers and then Mariners. By the way, Texas has won 7 of 10, and they're not that far in the rearview mirror either. To quote my high school football coach before our game against Northside Christian, our arch rivals, to wrap up my senior year, "This is it right here. This is a season." He said it like that. I don't know why he had a lisp. We all gave him a little bit of side eye before the game. I'm a little frustrated because I, glory boy that I was about to give a speech, but the last time I'd given a speech that season was before a season opener, and we lost like 63-0. We lost this game 35-0. It was very close until the very end. Our offense sucked. It sucked. I think about that game all the time. I think there were 3 touchdowns scored by them in the fourth quarter. We just couldn't move the ball. Slog of a game. Whatever. Paul, get over it. It happened 20 years ago. That is true. But this is it right here. This is the season. You cannot afford to lose more than one of these games over the next 6. Not more than one. You got to go 5-1. Got to. You got some easy games the rest of the way after these coming 6. But what's been easy for the Astros this year? You cannot lose more than one game these next 6. If you do, I think you're fucked. I think it's over. So you better take care of business, Astros. You better take care of business. These games are at home. Yes, there are some questions about your pitchers, the depth that you have on your bullpen, but the lineup should not be a problem anymore. Even if you are forced to throw out Zach Cole, shouldn't be any questions about the lineup right now. Take care of business, win 5 of 6, so we can get back to saying God wills it. That would be very, very nice. By the way, do you know what's been really funny? It's been seeing the way that Houston media legend Mark Berman, now that he is out of the game, is talking about sports. I love it. So, Sarah Langs, who is a baseball writer that a lot of people like, posted this after the Mariners got their win to go 7-0 on their homestand and win 9 in a row and get first place, sole possession in the AL West. This is the latest into a season the Mariners have had sole possession of first since 2001 when they won the division. I think that's when they had the major league record for wins in a season. Anyway, here is what Mark Berman said in response to this. My apologies, but I don't give a rat's ass about that stat. You know what? You know what, Mark Berman? I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you this.
It's football time in Houston, and we're ready to play.
And I'm going to give you this.
That don't impress me much.
Because that don't impress Mark Berman much. I don't give a rat's ass. Hell yeah. Mad Mark. We might need to have him on the show at some point. I like sports fan Mark Berman. Good for him. Finally gets to share his grievances. Love seeing that. I got some questions here. Let's read some comments. Sticking with the Astros for now. We'll get back to the Texans. Hassan Waldridge says, my Astros suck at home. Yeah, it's been a frustrating time of late. Ian Lindblom says, the Tigers look unstoppable. That they do. Captain Photon says, go Astros. BVB09 asks, could you survive a Joel Blanken Gallant sports duo show? I could do that, for sure. But I like to operate by myself because I can go down rabbit holes. Not to say Joel can't go down those rabbit holes with me. I do think that Joel's show with Barry Laminack, I think he had a little more fun on that one than he did with Jeremy. Jeremy's show a lot more like a traditional sports talk show. And hey, I mean, if that's what you're looking for, that's what you're looking for. You know, we wish them well. Here's some other thoughts on what went down for the Astros this weekend. Assorted thoughts. I'll be honest, didn't watch the game, so there's certainly a little bit of box score hot takes going on.
They say numbers lie.
Stats are for losers. Final scores for winners.
But right now, they tell the whole story. Buckle up for
Box score hot takes.
Now that I'm unemployed, I feel no obligation to watch the Astros live. But I'll keep talking about them, and honestly, for these Mariners and these Rangers game coming up, we will. There's going to be a watch party tonight. I'm going to be watching the Texans Monday Night Football game on that TV, and I'll be watching the Astros Rangers game on that monitor right there. Does that series start tonight? I hope it doesn't, to be perfectly honest. I hope it doesn't. Let's see. Do they have a random another Monday off day? No, they are playing the Rangers tonight. It's Jason Alexander, our guy, George Costanza against Jack Leiter. Tickets available for $9 at Daikin Park. It's basically a playoff game against your arch rivals who knocked you out of the playoffs last time around. Anyway, bringing it back. Friday, I saw Zach Cole's home run in his first major league at bat. 1, good for him. 2, might be all downhill from here, but good for him. 3 for 4 in his first game, and that home run was a fucking laser. To right center, that was a laser of a home run. Christian Walker had a 3-hit game like Zach Cole. Jake Myers and Jose Altuve each had 2 hits apiece. Altuve hit homer number 25, but apparently, per Dana Brown, he will miss a day or 2 days tops, due to right foot soreness. Altuve's encountered this before, and the medical staff is not concerned. I am, but fine. I don't know who the fuck Jaden Murray is, but shout out to him being in the opener and not messing up. He was the opener. AJ Bluebaugh, our guy, pitched 3 innings, and the Astros scored all sorts of runs. 6 for 9 with runners in scoring position, 5 left on base. I remember seeing the score for that game on Friday, and I was like, oh, finally, the Astros are taking care of business against a shitty team. Then, Saturday, Astros won 6-2. Hunter Brown threw 6 2/3. He allowed just 4 hits along the way. De Los Santos and Brian King closed the door. Yainer Diaz had 3 hits. Jake Myers had 2. Christian Walker was 2 for 4 with a homer and 2 runs batted in. Jeremy Pena and Carlos Correa each had doubles. Jordan 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. Zach Cole back down to earth. 4 for 11 with runners in scoring position. That's solid. 8 runners left on base. Scored runs on Saturday after scoring 11 the night before. That usually doesn't happen. But yesterday was really frustrating because outside of Cam Smith, the offense not doing much. Jordan and Jake Myers each had 2 hits. But Fromber was garbage. This stat line's unacceptable, especially as this guy's looking for a new contract. Is he checked out? Like, what the fuck? And I wasn't watching it. I was watching the Patriots-Dolphins game, which was drunk, at Bobcat Teddy's. Saw Will Kunkel along the way. That was good to see him. We might be doing some collab stuff in the near future, actually. But Fromber was fucking terrible. 4 innings pitched. 5 earned runs, 6 hits and 4 walks, but 2 strikeouts? What? Awful. What's going on, dude? What's going on? Figure it out. Don't you want to get paid? I suppose at least there wasn't a meltdown that I'm aware of because I'm looking at the box score, but, oh, Fromber, dog. Come on.